Donald Trump renewing his call for waterboarding terror suspects in the wake of the Istanbul attack. Listen.
Do you remember when I got in some trouble where I talked about waterboarding? They asked me a question. They started off, they asked Ted Cruz a question, and he rightfully didn't want to get into it, and it was a little bit, you know, like, don't ask me about waterboarding. Well, they asked me the question. I said, I'll answer that question. They said, what do you think about waterboarding? I said, I like it a lot, and I don't think it's tough enough.
Let's bring in Angela McGlowan and Fox News political analyst, and Santita Jackson, radio talk show host and a Fox News contributor. Hello to both of you.
Hello.
Good morning. So, two very different responses to the attacks in Istanbul. Hillary Clinton advocating for diplomacy, and Donald Trump saying fight fire with fire, waterboarding, and more. Angela, who's right?
I'm for stopping the terrorists by any means necessary. So I think they're both right. You do need diplomacy dealing with our allies, in which some of our allies sees America right now as being weak because of the failed policy of the Obama administration. But I do not have any sympathy for terrorists because they don't have sympathy for the infidels. So both are right. And I'm with Donald, you should waterboard them.
Santita?
Wow, invoking Malcolm X. What are we going to do, Angela McGlowan? Look,
Bamboozled is my book, Santita, Bamboozled.
Oh, you're frightening me, girl. Look, this is fear-mongering at its best. 90% of all terrorist acts that are carried forth on our soil are carried forth by non-Muslims. Our terrorists are homegrown. Sandy Hook, Charleston, South Carolina. I mean, Columbine. You can just keep on going. Pearl, Mississippi, Paducah, Kentucky. Look. We don't need to lock people out. We need to look within and figure out not what's going on with immigrants, what's going on with the issues that are driving them to commit these horrible acts. I mean, there's a North Carolina study that shows that as of February of this year, 33 Americans had been killed by terrorist acts in America, but 180,000 Americans have been murdered. I mean, what are we going to do about that?
But Santita, you're right. You're right. We're talking about international terrorism. And I just left your town of Chicago, and you're exactly right. We do have homegrown terrorism. We have black-on-black crime. We have white-on-white crime. Listen,
that's right.
We have a problem in America, but I'm not talking about the problem within America. I'm talking about people who want to take us out because we're the infidels.
And there
by any means necessary.
And Angela, there are investigations in all 50 states right now regarding potential terrorist attacks that are being planned out by people who are supporting ISIS specifically.